Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. Today we're going to make a really nice appetizer, I guess you could say. I'm probably going to eat enough for the whole meal. But we're going to make spicy tuna nachos. And to begin with on this, you really want to get good sushi grade yellowfin tuna. And I'm starting with like 6-ounce filet, and I get plenty of tuna. My son-in-law is a captain of a deep sea fishing charter in Corpus Christi, and so we get tuna fairly often from them. And so, but what I've done here is I've taken the 6 ounces, I've kind of cut it in half, and one I've chopped up into nice little diced pieces. So I'm going to make it maybe 2 different ways. And the other one, the other half, the 3 ounces, I just cut into big slices. We're going to put that in the food processor and get it really ground up, kind of like when we made salmon patties a few months ago. And we'll make these nachos 2 different ways. Also, I'm going to have the chip, 3 different chips we can try and see which one's the best. First one I'm going to do using wonton wrappers. And they're little square pieces of dough like this. I'm going to make a couple of those. What we're going to do with these is cut them. I don't know if we're going to cut them in half or in fourths. We'll do one here just by cutting it in half. Yeah, I think that'll be, I don't want to get them too small. We got to get plenty of tuna on there. So I've got my oven preheating to 350 degrees. So what we're going to do with these, what is foil glaring in my eye? I've got just a little bit of olive oil. We're going to spread each side with a coat of olive oil. We'll flip them over and let's coat the other side. You know, if you really wanted to, you could use store-bought tortilla chips, but I think I would rather have like the flour tortilla rather than the corn, just a lighter taste. I don't want it too much to interrupt that taste of that beautiful tuna. We can flavor these up just a little bit. I'm gonna just put a little light coat of salt and just a little pinch of sesame seed. And these will actually toast up and give it a really nice flavor in the oven also. We're gonna put these in there for about 10 minutes. We're gonna do a quick little marinade for the tuna. We'll start with the half that I did with the cubes. So our marinade is going to be 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of fresh lime juice, that's going to be about the juice of 1 whole small lime. Put in about a tablespoon of chopped fresh cilantro. Okay, hold on. Half a teaspoon of minced ginger. Put in maybe good half a teaspoon of some more of the white sesame seeds. Stir that up good. And now we'll put in our diced tuna. Put that in there, get it all nice and coated well. Our wonton wrappers are finished baking. Just a nice little, most of them are golden brown. We'll let those cool off a little bit. In the meantime, let's go ahead and do our chopped tuna in the food processor. So I'm just going to put my pieces of tuna in the food processor. And we'll pulse it a few times here. I'll count how many I do. So yeah, 4 times. I'll start my little platter here. So here's our seaweed chips. I'm gonna leave it like two layers. Here's our cucumber, which I think I'm gonna like best. And then I'm gonna make maybe a little bowl that, you know, if you don't like any of these styles of chips, you can also just use pita chips, tortilla chips. Let's add our wonton chips. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now is take the cubed, they've marinated for a little while. So I'll put a little bit here just to, you know, cover each of these. What I want to do then with the other, I still got lots of marinade left here, so I'm just going to scoop out the tuna that was in the food processor. We'll pour that in the marinade, just mix it up real good, and then we'll have one nacho with the ground tuna. Here we are. We'll just, you know, stir this up again, get everything coated real good. See, this is going to be a lot thicker, so this is kind of nice. I think I'm going to like this a lot better. So the chips, I want to put, you know, a little bit of chopped cucumber. We won't put them on the cucumber chips because they've already got the cucumber on the bottom. We can top each one with, I just went to the store and bought some of this spicy mayonnaise dressing, medium hot. You know, they've got all kind of sriracha mayonnaise and squirt a little bit in. And I think the final little topping we're going to put in, just sprinkle a little bit with some black sesame seed. So let's take our leftover, we still got quite a bit of tuna left here. Let's just fill up our little dip container. We'll put in our leftover cucumbers, some more of the cilantro, put some of our mayo, sesame seed. And now just stir it up real good. All right, let's try this. I'm gonna go for the cucumber first. Maybe. Yeah. The mayonnaise got a little bit of a bite. That's not bad. Let's try the wonton chip. That's good too. I will admit the seaweed chip got a little bit soggy. So I'm going to scoop it up with a spoon. That's good too. Now we can take one of our wonton chips and just put it in the dip here. That's all, very good. With that dip, I guess what's kind of nice is you can put as much of the spicy mayonnaise as you want, so you can make it very mild, or if you want to make it extra spicy. So, homemade tuna nachos, not bad. If you like the recipe, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, Dead Foodie, right over there. Thank you for watching. And thank you, Clay, for the tuna.